Hello YouTube, welcome to another video. We are going to be rolling an update to the previous build that I have posted, near Invincible Monk, and this time I'm actually going to be running a higher tier map and showing you how does it all pan out. We have made some changes to the skill tree which have buffed significantly the damage output. We took some beatings on the power charges, which is unfortunate, but overall this way it's performing much better, and on top of that we have decided to spec into acrobatics. So I'm gonna show you all of that after the presentation of how does it all run. So without further ado, please enjoy the following parts. And as you have noticed probably, the sweater is not the only ugly thing on the screen. So yeah, still the same skills and everything, just a little bit different. So you're obviously starting with the Tempest Flurry, building up your power charges, activating the charge stuff, and this is where the game starts, right? And then we can start flickering around. As you can see, mana is a little bit of an issue, right? But that's what you would think, yeah? Because once we expand it, what we can do is do a flicker, right? And once we do a flicker, it will not only generate our mana, but it will generate quite a lot of energy shield. And because of the Green Fist, as you can see, our energy shield is doubled. So from the last video, we had around 2700 energy shield. I have found a way to increase it by another 700, so that's like increasing it almost by 1400. But as you can see, flickers are quite decent. Make sure to use them with your power charges on. Okay, this is pardon me, with your charge stuff on. This is a very important part of working it all together. I think boss is here, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, Balbala.
So this is the legendary traitor.
So with the bosses, you want to open with Hand of Chayula, drop the bell, keep hitting, drop another bell, and that's pretty much it. Find her again. Show yourself. And that's pretty much it. Quite simple. Could have probably done it earlier, but they haven't had charge stop stacks, and we couldn't really use flicker on her. But some decent drops over here overall. Okay, so let's see how does it work when we are having packs of monsters to clean up. Okay. There's a couple of things over here. Try to expand the mana and then do some flickering around. Okay. So let's do this. Oh, we don't like this too. Not good for us. That cannot be reached. Whatever. Always make sure that your stuff is buffed, and as you can see, yes, it's a flicker build indeed, but the way that they have changed flicker to work right now, it's not something that you can run at all the times, right? So because of that, we are running it essentially occasionally. This honestly is not the best map to show it to because they are having resistances, so I would be doing much more damage due to my lightning, but it is what it is for now. Maybe even better, it showcases you that even with 50% increased resistances, we are dealing quite significant damage. And you can see it over here, it's 42,000 on the Tempest Flurry. And that's only the first strike, right? I have also added Crescendo, that's why it's actually spending so much mana. and I have removed the reduced mana cost skill gems, so we have to deal with that. Flicker is all powerful. When this happens. Cool thing about the Grim Fist and Flicker, so once you're flickering, right, it's essentially collecting all the remnants for you, which is quite decent over there. Let's see, that's pretty much it. Okay, let's get back to the base. So, as you could see, a 7,000 energy shield, so it allows you to survive quite a lot of hits. Also, bear in mind that once you drop the Tempest Bell, you can fill up your mana like crazy, and as well as energy shield because of the mana leeches you're having. Also, I have done the 4th Ascendancy. I took the Waking Dream compared to the previous video, which is giving us Flames of Chayula that we can pick up, red, blue, and purple. Red ones we don't really need because we're not having life. Blue ones quite good, right? Fills up your shield, fills up your mana, and the purple ones giving you 7% increased chaos damage, right? Extra chaos damage, right? So it's on top of all damage you're doing. It's not an extra, not converting anything, and this is quite useful. For a leech, this one is interesting, right? Not only that it's instant, but it's amplified by your mana leech, right? So as you can over here see, we are running on our Tempest Flurry. If I'm not mistaken, yes, 30% almost, right? So 30% mana leech. It's quite significant, right? So that 7% gets another 30% increase. Interesting thing with Into the Breach, for people that didn't know, you can socket the gems over there, and they actually do not take extra spirit reservation. So we have a little bit on top. Now, since I have most recently made some changes, which will be updated in the build on the link below, I have thought maybe after getting this acrobatics to get rid of the ghost dance, because we are usually having a shield that is doubled, right? So ghost dance doesn't really do much. It's still another defensive layer, but I would need to see what I could switch it with, which at the current stage I don't really see what else I could be running. Hand of Chayula, essentially I just added a culmination, probably not the best thing to do, but you know, as we are getting the stacks, and sometimes if we don't have power charges, we can open with Hand of Chayula, right? And as we are having more combo points, helps out to get there. Usually use it only on the rares and uniques, but that's about it. Tempest Bell, I got another link over there, increased the limit by 1, and all the other stuff is pretty much the same, with some minor changes for optimization. But as you can see, Tempest Flurry is 42,000 damage on the first hit, second hit as well, right? Those are counted as normal strikes. Third hit is 27,000 damage, right? And fourth hit is 65,000 damage. Now here's the interesting part, okay? Once we are having 5 charges on the charge stuff, this 42 becomes around 52, okay? So roughly we are getting about 10,000 DPS just from having our charge stuff up and running. Of course, there is procs that we are getting from it, which is lightning exposure, which is obviously helpful, and we are mostly charging people over there. And we can get iterate, right, which is giving us another 35% of damage as lightning damage. 3 seconds killing a shocked enemy with support skill, so it's essentially quite strong. But the most interesting part about Tempest Flurry, as you can see, I buffed my attack per second to 6.62, right? So that's almost 7 attacks in a second, which is quite insane, and you could see it on the video. And it works very, very strongly with reality rending. Okay, I think a lot of people ignore this spell, but if you are doing, let's say, 20,000 damage, right? And there is a 7% chance to gain 100% of damage with hits as an extra chaos damage, okay? So any hit that you do works out. It works out as well great with Flicker, because Flicker is inherently a high attack speed spell, right? So it essentially doubles your damage, right? Plus it's a chaos damage, which most of the monsters don't have resistance for. And it works quite good in that way. So I hope you enjoyed the showcase. This has been mostly like the small changes we have made, and it amplified the damage quite a bit. I took some free decisions with getting out of the power charges here and here, amplified our resistances through here, got more attack speed, had to take this one for the reduced skill costs. But that's pretty much about it, okay? And as well, we are unspec'd from this node over here without losing a lot. We still had too many penetration once I have done some further calculations. So by just including another skill gem in the charge stuff, we essentially got rid of over here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 nodes, and still kept pretty much similar damage. And once I took those 8 nodes and put into the other things, I got even more damage and more evasion and energy shield. So right now with acrobatics, as you can see, it's at 66%, quite strong. We hit level 91 last night, and slowly today we are already level 91 at 32%. So it's coming up nicely together. So if you have any questions, any concerns, any suggestions, make sure to voice them out in the comments. Please like, subscribe, share the video, and I'm very happy about the feedback that I have got so far. Guys, please understand, I have only started creating the content, and on top of that, my experience with this game is very minor, especially because I haven't played Path of Exile 1 to a great extent, maybe another 100 hours like of proper playing over 10 years. So yeah, I'm quite happy with what we got over here, and obviously with a little bit more nitpicking, it can be made to be even stronger. Okay, so again, hope you guys enjoyed. Merry Christmas if we don't see each other again before it, and wish you all the best as always. Take care.